Today I will be showing you guys how to make play-doh. So all you need is a bowl with water. You need flour, and you need oil, and you need something to take out the flour. So I'm gonna use this. It's an ice cream scoop, and you need salt. So you need salt, and yeah. So what you're gonna do is get some scoop of your flour. Okay, so now I have 1 scoop of flour of the ice cream thing. So I'm gonna put it in here, and make sure all of it goes in. And I'm gonna get another scoop. So depending on the amount of flour that you use is the amount of play-doh that you're gonna get. So I'm gonna get 4 scoops. So this is my first one. This is my second one. And 2 more is left. And here's the third one. And then I just got 1 more left to do. So this is the 4th one right here. So after you got 4 scoops, you could mix it around a little. And then you could get this thing, which is a mixer that you can mix it with, and get salt. But we're gonna measure the salt. We don't want to put a lot of salt because last time I did it, my first time, it had a lot of salt, which when you played with it, you had salt. So you just want to put on the thing right here. I'm going to put at least not that much, like this, or you could put a cup of the thing, and then you put the salt on the flour and mix it real good. It's gonna be the whole thing that you're gonna fill out, but I just filled half by half, so it could be a little, you can mix it well. So I just poured it in here. So now I'm going to mix it. So mixing, 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 and mixing, mixing, until you think you can mix until you think it's good or not. And then on the other hand, we have a little cup of water. You have to use a little bit of water, to be honest. So you could use as much. You don't want a lot of water because it's going to be sticky. And then you don't want it too salty either, because then it's going to be salty, really weird. And you don't want to use a lot of water because it's going to be sticky. So you need oil. And with your oil, you put a little bit of oil in the water. So at least like that drop, at least 3. You don't mix it. If you want to, you could put your finger in. But I'm going to just, and then that's just mostly it for that part. Next thing that you do is you pour this in here and you start mixing. But before I pour this in here, you might want to put food coloring in it. I'm going to show you this kind of food coloring you could use for this if you don't have food coloring. So here it is. You could use this. It's something that if you don't have food coloring, you could use this. You could use any condiment that is colored. So this is red. So you're going to open it and pour it in the water where it has oil in it. Okay, so now I poured my condiment that we could use for food coloring, which is right here. You could pour it, and you poured it in your water, so I already poured it in. And make sure that it doesn't look weird. Make sure that your paper doesn't fall in like it did to me. So what you're going to do next is pour this in here, and that's obviously that you're not going to pour this in here because it won't fit. And yeah, so you pour this in here. So let me pour this. Then you mix it, and then you could play with it. So let me do a step. So I poured the water with oil and condiment that we used as food coloring in here, and if you want you could use more water if you think that's not going to be enough. So you start mixing. So as you can see in this bowl, a little bit of condiment was left, so you might not want to leave that behind. So let's just pour a little bit of water because I thought it was a lot, and you could just pour it in and you could mix it a little bit, and it'll just become a little colored. So then I haven't mixed this, so let's start mixing that. So as you're mixing, you could see that you need more water, and you could see that you're getting Play-Doh right there. You're gonna need mostly flour, so it won't be sticky. But if you want to use the whole flour that you put in, I advise that you put more water in. So that's what I'm about to do, pour more water in. If I need more, I'll just pour more and just mix. And I want to do it step by step. And the reason that I have this here is because then we're going to take it out and play with it and make sure that it doesn't get sticky. So you need that to see that. Now you can see a little that is that the Play-Doh has been created. And then you can see right there. So I'm going to take this in here, take it out of there, and get a normal spoon. Okay, all done. I took it out of here like I said I was going to. Make sure you get every bit. And I got a spoon, and you can start mixing it with a spoon. And as you can see, it's sticky. So that's why we got a little bit of flour left over that we're going to pour on top. And then after, we're going to pour a little more here of flour and squish it and make sure it's not sticky. So I'm going to mix it around a little bit more and do that. My hands is going to get dirty, so as I'm touching it, I feel that it's kind of sticky and it's sticking. So go ahead and pour my flour here, and I will show you guys right now. And show you guys what am I going to do with this. And yeah, so you grab the flour with your hand and just pour a little bit like that, because what you're going to do is do like if you was making a pizza or something. So that should be enough of flour, and some flour is going to stay on my hand. So next, I'm going to put my Play-Doh there. I got some Play-Doh, and I don't think we should. So I put my Play-Doh there, and you can see under here it has flour. And I put flour, and I opened it up in the middle because that's where it's sticky. And when you play with it, it's going to feel weird. So that's why I did that and put it there. So I'm trying to get some pieces out of my hand. And then you play with it until it gets not sticky, and you put flour until it gets not sticky. Okay, I'm done with my Play-Doh, so now I could play with it and stuff. And yeah. So to keep this in a safe place where it won't get messed up, use a Ziploc bag. You put it in there, and this could you could play with this for a lot of days. Like this could, it could it won't expire until at least a month or yeah. And as long as, like, this is so little kids could play with it. You could do counters and stuff with them. And you can make balls out of the play-doh. And yeah, you can make a ball out of the play-doh. Put 10, take away 2, which will be 8. So yeah. And that's today's video. Have fun making play-doh. And bye, everybody.